automata theory subject, what we learn four kind of devices. So I'll just open a text box. Okay, we'll be learning four kind of devices. One is called as finite automata. These are classes of devices, by the way, which can do certain kind of computation based on their organization. These devices are not physical devices. मतलब ये आज की तरह मोबाइल, लैपटॉप, पीसी की तरह they are not realizable physical devices, but they show certain degree of association with current devices. So I'll just talk about what kind of classes of computational devices we are supposed to learn in the syllabus. The first class of device that we are going to learn in the syllabus is called as FA. Okay, I'll tell you full form. Don't worry about that. I don't want to confuse you with a lot of terminology in the first lecture. That's why I'm using abbreviations. And you soon will get used to using the abbreviation. क्योंकि मैथमेटिक्स बहुत abstraction use करता है और abbreviation जगह जगह use करता है. And this device, this particular subject is very close to set theory रिलेटेड इन दी मैथमेटिक्स. तो इस सब्जेक्ट को लर्न करने के लिए आपको थोड़ा बैकग्राउंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग होना चाहिए सेट थ्योरी का. ओके, सेट थ्योरी तो आप लोगों ने सीखा है स्कूल लेवल मैथमेटिक्स में. विल रिवाइज फ्यू कंसेप्ट्स एंड विल अंडरस्टैंड हाउ दीज मैथमेटिशियंस एक्चुअली इवॉल्व्ड representation of certain devices which were not existent at that time, but they thought कि ये डिवाइस को ये कैपेबिलिटीज होंगी. अगर ये डिवाइस को ये कैपेबिलिटीज होंगी तो उन कैपेबिलिटीज को मैं मैथमेटिकल मॉडल की तरह हाउ आई कैन रिप्रेजेंट. सो दे चोज द सेट थियरी फॉर रिप्रेजेंटिंग दीज डिवाइसेस. ओके, सो ये बैकग्राउंड है सब्जेक्ट का. सब्जेक्ट में सीखना क्या क्या है. सब्जेक्ट में 4 क्लास ऑफ डिवाइसेस के बारे में आपको सीखना है. उनका डेफिनेशन आपको पता होना चाहिए, उनका ऑर्गेनाइजेशन आपको पता होना चाहिए, उनमें क्या क्या फीचर्स होते हैं ये पता होना चाहिए. एंड अल्टीमेटली you should be able to understand if a device is of a particular category, then what kind of problems, computational problems, that device can solve. Okay, so the first class of devices, इसके बारे में हम लोग repeatedly बोलेंगे ही अगले लेक्चर में. That's why I'm not going to continue this any further. So 4 classes, मैं सिंपल करके बताता हूँ. 4 devices के classes आपको सीखने हैं. One is FA, 4 या 3. I'll just list and then we'll understand. So first category of device is FA. Second category of device is PDA. Third category of device is PM. And another category of device is FSM. Okay. Rather I should not say FSM. So 3 categories of devices काफी है आपको सीखने के लिए. One is called as FA. So all these are what? These are automata. Okay, these are automata. So there are 3 kinds of automata that you are going to learn. Number 1 is referred to as finite automata. Finite automata. Okay. Second one here is called as PDA, push down automata. Okay, and the third one that we are going to call or that we are going to learn is called as TM or Turing machine. So now why I'm giving you these names is you need to remember these names. You need to understand FA is a shorthand for finite automata. Okay, PDA is a shorthand for push down automata, because now and then when I'll be referring to these devices, since I'm teaching this subject for long, I'm used to use these terms shorthands. बट आपको जल्दी जितना आप यूज करना चालू करोगे या समझना चालू करोगे, इट विल बी इजियर फॉर यू टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आई एम स्पीकिंग. मैथमेटिक्स में बहुत बार ऐसा ही होता है कि आपको टीचर क्या बता रहा है वो समझ में नहीं आता, because he is used to these shorthand so much that he will never use this complete word and you will get confused. Kya kya chal raha hai? I'm not understanding a single bit in this session. Okay, so finite automata is a automata. Automata means it's a computational device that has certain capabilities that can solve certain kinds of problems. PDA is another automata. It is referred to as push down automata. So it will have certain organization, it will have certain capabilities, and then it will be able to solve certain kinds of problems. Third category of devices, Turing machine. इसमें मशीन वर्ड आया है, ये याद रखो, ऑटोमेटा वर्ड के जगह पे मशीन वर्ड आया है। इवोल्यूशन में फर्स्ट पीपल डेवलप्ड finite automata, then people developed push down automata, and then people developed Turing machine. तो जहां तक ट्यूरिंग मशीन का डेवलपमेंट हुआ तब तक आपको फोर्सी करना चालू कर दिया था लोगों ने कि ऐसे डिवाइसेस हाँ एग्जिस्टेंस में आने वाले हैं इन फ्यूचर, इन कमिंग फ्यूचर. सो people were now closer to calling them as computational machines. Okay, and this name is actually given through a name of a person. So this word Turing is a surname basically, and it's a surname of a person called as Alan Turing. Okay, so it's a computer scientist, I should say, or I should say mathematician. I don't know how to refer to him as, but whatever modern computational uh, achievements that we have achieved in software, they are because of the theories that he proposed in hardware as well as in software. I should say, I should not say only software, but the hardware software capabilities that we have today, the programming language and all those things, they find basis in the theories that this particular guy called as Alan Turing proposed. Okay, and he was a mathematician, he was a computer scientist, because computer scientist नाम की चीज तब थी नहीं. Everyone was mathematician, and they developed these theories, and there was a physical digital computer that was created to support these theories. Okay, who had the design of physical computer was based on these theoretical devices. Okay, so these are what? So automatas are what? They are abstract mathematical representations of certain computational devices, or I should say computational machines. Okay, three classes. There are three classes of automatas that we are going to learn. Number one class is finite automata. Number two class is push down automata. Number three class is Turing machine. And this theory of Turing machine. So this Turing machine was developed by the person Alan Turing. Now, if you are a with computer science student or IT student, you would know of a certain thing called as Turing Award. Okay, this Turing Award is awarded to prove that certain computation. Turing Award इस ऐसे बंदे को दिया जाता है जिस बंदे ने ऐसा कोई कंप्यूटेशन आइडेंटिफाई किया जो ट्यूरिंग मशीन से सॉल्वेबल नहीं है. So if you are able to find out a computation which is and prove that it is not solvable by a Turing machine, then you are presented with a highest recognition award in कंप्यूटर साइंस कॉल्ड एज ट्यूरिंग अवार्ड. तो इतना इनका थियरी जो है वो आज तक एस्टैब्लिश्ड है. ओके, एलन ट्यूरिंग के बहुत सारे कारनामे हैं, एंड देयर इज एन हॉलीवुड मूवी ऑन हिज लाइफ स्टोरी एज वेल. सो इफ यू हैव टाइम समडे, you just search on Alan Turing and movie, you'll get to see that movie as well. Okay, movie देखने की जरूरत नहीं सब्जेक्ट के लिए. I'm just telling you that he's a very renowned person, and you can read about him on the web to understand more about what he is and all. Okay, I'm just concentrating on a very small part of his entire career, that is the development of Turing machine. We'll be learning about only the construction and working of Turing machine. कि Turing machine क्या होता है, उसमें क्या कंपोनेंट होता है, और वो कैसे वर्क करता है, और वो क्या क्या कर सकता है. इतनी चीजें ही हम लोग सीखेंगे. सो इन आवर सिलेबस बीइंग ए सेकेंड ईयर सब्जेक्ट बहुत नैरो है हमारा व्यू. We are not going deeper into the understanding of these theories. We are not kind of proving certain concepts. Here we are concentrating on learning how to construct or represent these devices for doing certain computation. Okay, fine. So ये हो गया एक पार्ट सिलेबस का. सिलेबस के दूसरे पार्ट में, so you'll have a section in the syllabus which will stop talking about automatas. They will start talking about certain thing called as a grammar. Okay, so grammar is an abstract tool. Again, this word is going to come again and again because it's an abstract mathematical tool to represent computation. So grammar is another abstract mathematical tool that is used to represent computation. So ये दो तरीके हैं कंप्यूटेशन को रिप्रेजेंट करने के. एक तरीका है ऑटोमेटा, दूसरा तरीका है ग्रामर. Okay, so we'll be using both of these concepts. Both of these concepts, the automatas, so I'll be dividing this into A and this dividing into this into B. So I'm not much talking much about grammar and what it is and other things, because that will be not a good idea to give you the bigger picture today. I'm just telling you that कि कैसे आपको ये सब्जेक्ट को अगर डाइजेस्ट करना है तो कैसे स्टेप वाइज जाना है, ये मैं आपको दिखा रहा हूँ. Okay, so there are a lot of things here. I'm not representing those things because I don't want you to confuse. Because first, most of the part of our discussion will concentrate on designing automatas, representing them, constructing solutions for certain computational problems, and then we will graduate to understanding of grammars. तो ये B part जो है वो grammar है. Grammar is also an abstract mathematical device, लेकिन वो मशीन की तरह नहीं है. ओके, क्यों, कैसे, हम लोग उसके बारे में डिस्कस करेंगे शॉर्टली. बट रुकिए. सो ग्रामर्स और ऑटोमेटा, ये दो चीजें आपको इस पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट में सीखनी है. दोनों है जो कंसेप्ट वो है मैथमेटिकल कंसेप्ट है. दे आर बेस्ड ऑन सेट थियरी. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज द prerequisite for your course. The prerequisite for your course is you should be able to understand how we represent things using sets. What do you mean by sets? What do you mean by logic? Relations क्या होते हैं, functions क्या होते हैं. ये discrete mathematics के concepts है, relation, function, sets. Okay, I'll just brief you about this and then we'll move and understand about what do you mean by these devices and all. So इस चीज में जहाँ पे, so ये दोनों जो concept है A and B uses the concepts in A and B uses. So ये जो abstract models है, ये model को represent करने के लिए we use set theory. Okay, we use set theory for representing these models. Mathematics choose करते हैं, mathematicians choose करते हैं set theory को represent करने के लिए ये models को, ये computational devices को. तो हम लोग भी वही use करेंगे. लेकिन set theory को हम लोग set theory नहीं बोलते, हम लोग इनको बोलते हैं languages. Okay, तो ये बड़ा अजीब है word, but you will realize its use. So language for us is nothing but a set. Language जहाँ जहाँ डिस्कशन में आएगा इस सब्जेक्ट में, वहाँ वहाँ उसका मतलब होगा एक लैंग्वेज मतलब एक सेट. So can anybody tell me what is a set? Set is a collection of certain symbols. So for us, this is a set of 4 values which are numbers. Okay, then this is also a set. Sorry, this is also a set. Okay. In this case, this example, this is a set of 3 values which are ENGLISH, alphabet, English, alphabet, symbols. Right? Do you know what is the meaning of alphabet? Alphabet is actually a set of all English symbols. So A से लेके Z तक जो भी symbols है small case, then capital A से लेके capital Z तक जो small case capital K symbols है, उन symbol को साथ में लोगे तो उसको alphabet बोला जाता है. So alphabet is actually a set. So English alphabet के 3 symbols हमने use किए हैं to represent this set. Okay, ये numbers का set है. ये numbers actually कौन से है? Arabic symbols है. Arabic, ये अरेबिक होता है, किसी को शक है? These are Arabic numerals. हम लोग यूज करते हैं, हम लोग को लगता है ये इंग्लिश है, और जो 1 2 3 4 हम लोग मराठी में या अपनी लैंग्वेज में लिखते हैं, देवनागरी में लिखते हैं, दैट वी फील लाइक दे आर देवनागरी. सो देवनागरी इज द लिपि or the font or the I don't have the English meaning of lipi, but 1 2 3 that we are writing here, these symbols, that is, we write 1 like this, 2 like this, 3 like this. What are they? They are actually Arabic characters or Arabic numerals. So if I search for Arabic numerals, numeral number symbols, or I might get it, I don't know. They're Arabic numerals. Okay, so you'll see these are 0 1 2 3 4. These are Arabic numerals. Okay, they are not Hebrew, they are Arabic. So this 1 0 1 2 3. Okay, they are Arabic numerals. See, Hindu Arabic numerals 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Okay, so that is a bit about what we know or what we represent as sets. Now, just an example, just to cross check our understanding. Okay, this is not a set. Can anybody tell me why this is not a set? This is not a set of 3 values. Some of you may feel that, sir, why this is not a set? There are 3 values in this. They are separated with comma. They are put in braces. This is not a set of 3 values, but it is a set of 2 values. Why it is? Because in a set, in a set, you never repeat an element. Set मध्ये कधीही कोणतेही element repeated नसतं. Okay, and there is no sequencing for a set. Numbers can be represented. So 1 2 3 5, if I write, and if I decide to write this, sorry, let me come over here, you will naturally understand after some time कि इस चीज का relation क्या है जो भी हम लोग सीखने वाले हैं. Okay, तो थोड़ा धैर्य रखो to understand this set and the one which is declared over here, they are exactly same, because there is no sequencing in set. Set is only collection of elements, okay, which are